was formed, made up of the authorities of this world, the other days, the devils of this world, the sea or other jaws of this world. They were mainly information officers. And the greatest problem we had then was that with the development of the media, because information officers did not have real-time media, they were kind of not treated as at the fore when concerning journalists. The point there is to make powerfully is that content is key. Content is key. We enjoy today the honorifics of men of old, fourth estate of the realm. The pen is mightier than the sword. The newspaper being more important than government. These are honorifics given to us by men of old. What honorifics are we contributing to the beautiful job of journalism today? But ask yourself that question. Key. You cannot be serving the ends of journalism when you publish undiluted porphyry for government. You cannot be serving the ends and the sense of journalism when you become an explainer and an apologist of government. You cannot become a journalist trying to understand and live up to the essence of journalism if your duty is to become a lapdog instead of a watchdog. Wagging that tail, looking for compensation and approval instead of growling at the abuses of power. Understand and live up to the essence of journalism. If you decide to, with machine gun rapidity, to the business to clothe the facts without comprehension, without background, without significance, into an area of journalism that we need today. That area of journalism is interpretative writing. As old as I am in the job, the social media will perpetually confuse me. People will push information, no caption, nothing. It is because of this hiatus, because of the lacuna that we have presented in our reporting. That's why when you go to drink, you are hiding in the pulpit and say things that they cannot defend because of that gap. Interpretative reporting is key. People who are older than us in this profession understood that news is actually different from truth. We must make is that knowledge is key. If you read enough or read a lot, you will discover, you get very humble. An example, I can cite it again, of a man who knew so much, and because he knew so much, he became so humble. I saw a man profoundly educated and yet humble in his ways. Confidence. We can clearly state now that it is no longer enough to report a fact truthfully. For us to report the truth about the fact. And interview him for 1 hour. Within the sufficient level of journalism, you have done a great job, but it didn't serve the essence of journalism. Permit me to get to yet another level. And which is, let us look at competence. Headline is the poster boy of competence. It advertises inadequacy when it is not well done. Competence. Competence brings a lot of integrity. Competence brings a lot of honor. In the present job we are doing, may it be noted that what we employ in saying thank you to a good journalist is almost akin to what we employ in bribing a journalist. That's terrible. As a correspondent in Old River State, I had the opportunity of coming on. I said that was the first time I learned this. covering an assignment for somebody. Mr. Lawrence Jumbo, if I recall. After the assignment, I left because I was targeting the Sunday paper, the feature. I went and started writing my feature. The next day, the feature appeared, front page. The man in charge of his PR said, a full page with pictures, and this man wasn't there when they were collecting our baptism. I had already gone. He took the paper, gave it to Jumbo. Jumbo said, this man's name wasn't here, and he read through. I was there in the office. He brought out, and he gave me something that was far, far above my salary. That was in the 1990s. The point I am trying to make is that sometimes you don't force some of these to get to you. You don't get civil, you don't get ruling when you are at the job. A first warning I gave my colleagues at Orient that may I not find two Orient Daily people in one assignment. If they must be there, they must behave like brothers. If they fight, I have been in the field, I know what to do to you. I won't give you, we will call you from the field and place a computer before you where you'll be downloading stories till 2 a.m. in the night. You will sit up the next day. Because doing that kind of job and doing main field reporting, they are not the same. You can do public relations, but let no man confuse journalism with public relations. They are not the same. Anytime you want to change that position, leave journalism. Mr. Chairman, permit me to make this. I am suggesting, therefore, that given the correlation between poverty, journalism should not be a first-line profession. If you want to join journalism, at least have a provision store. Even if it is where they sell sachet water. Have an income somewhere. Let's do our works. Let's try and do some of the right things. Journalists write outside this place. I don't know whether it is the environment. Hunger sometimes doesn't permit good thinking. I don't know how it works, but why wouldn't we, for example, by way of commission and income, decide, look at our matriarch. If we fail to covet the history that is around her, some individuals will covet it one day. But we have a problem in this society. I am to be blamed, everybody. I followed somebody from Abuja for us to write a book. It never worked. The other time we went to somebody, the person said, a book at my age, does it mean I'm about to die? That is our mentality. Obama has about 4 books. Clinton has about 3. That is the making of history. Survival is key. I've asked you privately, on a day when we do not know the commissioner of police, we are not in good tune with the governor. What proactive machinery do we have? Not much to be added is that you must have to learn through unionism how to make organized noise.
Somebody go and drink and come back and tell us what we should answer. That was because of the story I wrote. I went, instead of drinking, I went and eat. After eating, I came back and wrote something. Yes, I love food. And after writing the thing, it shook me. I said, my brother, what you have written is enough. We are not going to court or anything. What you have written is enough to submit to the man. And it was submitted, and the man ran away, never came back again. The so-called man that threatened that he will sue me for 1 billion naira because of my story. After what he encouraged me to go and write, I just
so we've been here, been part of this place, but changing a new station, I'm coming for the first time. So I'm now with Rapid TV, located at Abuja, broadcast on Abuja, Port Harcourt, so it's radio and television, it's a broadcasting network. So I'm their correspondent in Anambra here. We have office around our Anambra office around UBA Bank. That's the street there. So we have office. So I'm with Rapid Television. Rapid Broadcasting Network. It's known as RBN. So if you check us live stream, you see us there, social media, we're there, and on cable, we're equally there. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm standing before you here to represent Venerable Sagacious Ochukwu Ikezue of the Diocese of Gwagwalada in Abuja. He is an aspirant running for Senate, Anambra Senatorial Zone. So he has sent me to come here and extend his hand of friendship to NUJ, Anambra State, just to tell us that he is and he wants to be a friend of NUJ, that his intention to contest for Senate of Anambra Senatorial is based on a rescue mission and mandate. Obuna, on the conversant with my regular videos, there was a time I made a video 7 months ago and I was asking, Anambra Central, and was the senator. I kept, it was just a kind of an interrogatory publication I did. I was asking, what is going on? When we look at what Tony Moye is doing, what about Udoha and so many others, and I had to do that video. But before that video, I have 4 different letters I wrote to our own senator when I said, so this time around, I am a Catholic. Only of Mama Nambo, Catholic but look at Jebadonye Adiro qualified. That's why I said I am going to support Anglican Communion because he is a man I knew 30 years ago. Yes. Ogaino Munogama na mass communication. I know his pedigree, I know everything about his personality.
I have come to show appreciation to how all of you came out in mass at my elder cousin's funeral, Nathaniel. In fact, the day I saw you, my heart were so heavy. I mean, was so happy, you know, and if death were to be a good thing, I would have wished to die that day. So that you guys are here. But it's not a good thing per se. So I'm trying to say, each one will be all one movie and look at God. When the line I tell them, on so on behalf of the family, that happened to be my cousin. I am so I am Jikotara, Nana. So on behalf of the family and the immediate family, we are going to say, each one of you, they are not because remember, I over local speed breakers on major roads. It's not allowed at all. Just over there, if you are likely to on the old road, you see they divided the road and they put cement. So as a speed breaker on a major road, I don't know the reason why they should do that. If there was a speed breaker, so you have conventional or proper speed breakers that can be put in major roads. Those things spoil vehicles and cause a lot of damage to road users. So I want to suggest before speed breakers are put, especially in major roads, not streets, maybe streets, people that govern that streets can do whatever they like. But major roads, streets.
On Tuesday, when the list of the new commissioners were released, and we at the Ministry of Information were very, very appreciative returning our commissioner to Law Mefo. We can say categorically that 1 year, 8 months we worked with him. The last administration was quite interesting, and we prayed, and God answered our prayer, returned him. We are also grateful for some persons we know though we don't work with them directly, but what they are doing in their place of assignment is quite encouraging. Some persons like the ATMA boss, the ATSTA boss,
Procurement Agency, Architect SOB, our man of the year, got a promotion as Commissioner for Transport and Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure. Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, showing that this man of the year showcased him better and showed him light, and he's now elevated. What we are saying is that all these people we mentioned, apart from one person, are friends of this union, and they have done one thing or the other for the union, like like the ICT agency, like the ATUDA, that is Onuko, like the what is his name, Health Commissioner. We also congratulate the Health Commissioner. He's our friend and he has done things for us. He has given us free medical care. And we are approaching for more. These are people who remember that journalism is the neck of improving societal welfare, and always hang on it to showcase what they are doing. And we have been so helpful to them. And therefore, we are asking them not to forget the support from the union. And therefore, we should partner more for better society. Even when we are asking those who have not been supporting us, who have not been partnering with us, to start, because this is the only constitutional arm of the government that is not part of the three arms of the government.
First of all, I want to commend the state government for the massive road infrastructure going on across the states, go from the village this afternoon, and I must say that our governor is doing well when it comes to road infrastructure. But one thing that I want him to look at is where there is need to have road signs like diversions. There are places you'll be flying, you wouldn't know that they're blocked somewhere. You will now be driving out to get to a point to meet a blockage.
As a result of the massive road construction, some existing roads were tampered with. And now people are beginning to mount culverts, reconnect their compounds for certain local roads. But the issue is, at the end of mounting the culverts, they begin to use the culverts and they fail to remove the structures used to support the casting of the culvert. And this has become obstruction during flooding. And instead of allowing free flow of water, it begins to block the place, and from there the water will overflow and begin to damage the road. So please, let the relevant authorities begin to go around to check culverts and hold accountable those who want the culverts without removing the structures holding the casting of.
Because we have many of them. You would call them IPOP, they might not be IPOP. You might not call them herdsmen or whatever. I don't know what they are. But you can find out that they are still around, causing menace to the citizens or to Anambra State citizens. I don't know what government can do to ensure that it flushes out all this, causing all this menace. And almost on a daily basis, people die or are maimed. So I think the government should do more about insecurity.
The burial ceremony of my father, Sir Ruben Ndini Ememosu, on Friday, 15th May 2026, as the Mary's Mother of the Church Parish for Nnewi South. Thank you.
I don't know whether it has been said. I want us to extend congratulatory message. I don't know whether it has been said. I came late, but I know Yata, who is one of us, recently was appointed as the PRO of Anambra Education. If it has been said, please pardon, but I want to draw the attention of the union to that. Thank you.
Analysis of them. We are talking about establishing the individual in Anambra State. But I still remember that there are people still here who came all the way from Rangers and Peter, am I right? Those of us who were there, I think people like that deserve to be given something. Something like Enugu, Rangers and from them to Amobel, from Amobel to here.
In the rest of the week, when we sell safer roads. And we save fuller lives. Thank you. I want us to concentrate on something that is a kind of elitist. You know, this is a very big garden. We're not supposed to be teaching you how to cross the road, look left and look right. But we want to remind us of the traffic lights. Traffic light is coming and most of them are in the city. And we are city dwellers. We have to help our people to cultivate the habit of that small patience. That small patience. It matters a lot. For instance, the one that is by the government house. If you spend 30 minutes on that spot, you will see the kind of road accidents, the mishaps you witness. Why? Because of people, even on convoy, trying to go into the lighthouse. And they think they are too big to observe the traffic lights there. Then, before you know it, they bump into other people. So we want to have consciousness. When you get there, please stay there and allow it to finish. Another one is that when you are wasted about a minute or two waiting for it to reach 50, 49, when it gets to 1, you become 2, you want to move. Please don't move until you see that green light. Because you don't know, you're not going on the other side, it's going to be, what goes to because it's supposed to be a so. Oh, we come in near the fast, you are rush before green light, you can't want to get that's I'm telling you what is happening. The governor has, because of that, used to station people of Atman along that place. That is not the only place it is. Every other place where you see that, please try to observe it. It is not that you are doing something for Nigeria or for people you don't see. You are trying to save your own life. I am trying to save humanity. And we want to speak. Well, the reason why we want to speak on this is that we are purveyors of information. We know that Oboros or Aston Abo, no one has to know Kakana Abu. Mananka, Nine, they take you home. You speak others to understand. If we do write something about this traffic lights, no matter, even if it's just to make a joke of it in your social media today, all of us, one, you will have helped a lot to educate a lot of people. That's the kind of thing we want to do.
Zebra crossing, if you will encourage people more on that, because most times I notice what you see if you're driving, even when people are standing on that zebra crossing, the person doesn't even know the meaning of it. And some passenger road passers will be coming, instead of walking on that zebra crossing, they will walk by the side. And if I'm there, I will be telling you, go and stand there. If anything happens to you, why are the zebra crossing? The person is at fault. So maybe people would like to also make us know and understand the meaning of zebra.
Some portions of our roads. I have an example for that Pataka area. You go there, there are about 15 traffic officers of all denominations. Okuna attack red, and I pass again. And one day, once or twice, he got phone your man traffic light. Here na attack green. Or not, and I pass on your kid and attack. Get a hand man. And then, because I've got the traffic lights and I walk in many other places in Loka here. Or beyond Loka, on our walk perfectly. So when they don't give it a chance, they go walk. Why is that for that?
This new commissioner for women affairs, where she was Abuga woman leader. So one morning she called me, she had an event. So on my way going, I passed that equipment heading to the express. So she called me. I have to move one side to answer call. Next thing I asked him, from nowhere, why did you park? I said, sorry, I'm on call. He said, why did you start back here to answer? Because road safety, where I learned how to drive was in Abuja. And the first thing they told me, when you have a call, park and answer your call. They said, no, you come to our office. I said, why? So I didn't even exchange words. So the woman was like, who is that person? I gave them the reviews. They said I should come to the office. So they took my front plate number and the second and left. For me to move, another team said, came again. Madam, come down, come down, come down. I said, what is it? He said, where is your plate number? See your colleagues, they are taking it. So I move out of here and say, no problem. To put my seatbelt, another team again. So they were like, we are taking your car to the side. If you touch my car, I will kill all of you. Get out from this place. So I had to drive out. Why I say this is, what road safety taught me, I'm not talking about others. Like me, even to tomorrow, even today again, at Abakaliki, when I was coming here, my GM called me, I packed to answer call at Abakaliki Street. They came again this afternoon. So I don't know why I want to, I raise this thing is this. That road safety reacts with those people. How can you tell someone to be moving and you can move in and be answering your call? For me, it's not okay because that.
My advice is that don't answer while driving. What they actually want you to do is not just to pull up the road, but to enter into maybe a premises, a compound, before you do that. That is an Anambra, that's what I'm telling you in Anambra. But standard road safety culture elsewhere is that you pull up the road and answer your call. But for you to stop having problem with them, please, if they do that, if it's Kennedy, they enter inside that place and they answer your call.
My name is Mr. Augustine. My name is Mr. Augustine Warranifo, University of Sierra Leone. But I am a Nigerian, but I'm studying there in the Department of Mass Communication. So I returned home to be with this family. I've known this family for long, but I want to officially identify and be with this family. Thank you.
My name is Mr. Anambra, and I've been in the system for years. You know, from Lagos and to Enugu and Anambra State. Actually, I'm here to join Anambra State. For our guest speaker who asked us to be watchdogs, not lapdogs, for the betterment of this society and for the upholding of the integrity of the profession we have all found ourselves, journalism. And we thank the Venerable Sagashos Israel team for coming. May God bless each and every one of us. Through Jesus Christ our Lord.
My interest goes to the training by serving and train us on the essence of journalism. So that's that I know this is a very new profession. That journalism makes someone to be known. It makes us to stand on the gap. It makes us to hold government accountable. So journalism is a profession that helps us to grow, to develop
Congress, which is a monitoring affair of the Union, is a very, very important and significant gathering for journalists, in Anambra State. One is that apart from personal benefit, it also gives us a opportunity to review the state under the rules, or maybe for the past because we have some sections called state of affairs, the state of nation, the state of the union. So this gives us an opportunity to review our state, our society, because we are the watchdog of society. So to say what we know, what we have observed, what we have seen going wrong in society, condemn that and call for action. Those that are going right, we commend those ones and also call for sustenance. So I am very, very for this second quarter of the year, the first one we are having. And if you look at the turnout and everything, by God grace, we hope to gather here again and we hope to better result.
Congress is to revive the union after
after some lacuna caused by some people who don't have the interest of the union at heart. They destabilized us. They caused mayhem among our members. They sowed seed of discord. But I said no, I won't allow that. I called my members, come, let us unite and move forward for better union. And this year, God Almighty is going to do His wonders because we have liberated this place. All those their nonsensical attitudes will not take effect again here. This union is standing for Christ. Better, we started with Christ. Along the line, there is some discrepancies in our belief system, and it caused a lot of damage to us. But now we have reinvented ourselves and returned to God, to Christ Jesus, to take the cornerstone of this place. So that in the next couple of months, all this compound, when you come, you will say that there is Lord with members. Why is that when you cherish your profession, people will cherish you. When you disregard and disrespect your profession, people will take you for what you are. I have always cherished my profession, and that's why everybody who knows me, respects me, and shows me regards, because this profession is my profession, is my life wire. Anything I have achieved in this life is because of this profession. I've traveled to 2 countries because of this profession. I've done everything in this life because of this profession. I've given jobs and so many things because of this profession. Why should people not love this profession? Protect it, guide it, and make sure that people